Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video looking at beliefs in society, focusing on globalisation and religion. As we've seen from previous videos in this series, there has been a long-term trend in secularisation in Western Europe. But this is not the case in the rest of the world, and when we look at the impacts of globalisation on society, it can and has been argued by sociologists that this has led to a renewal of faith in some parts of the world. Not only has globalisation provided a greater diversity of religious and spiritual practices through the process of migration and improved technology and communications, but it has also seen the rise of fundamentalism in some areas of the world, including the USA, Africa and the Middle East. This is often thought to be a reaction to globalisation, and one reason for this, cultural defence, we will look at in a separate video. In this video, we're going to focus on the impact of globalisation on religious practice. And we'll start with the work of Peter Berger, who argued there were three distinct reactions to globalisation with relation to religious practices. Firstly, he argued that globalisation had brought about increased particularism as a reaction to globalisation. As society has become more interconnected, the imposition of cultural homogeneity, that is, global culture, often based upon Western values, has led to a growth of fundamentalism, as religion is often seen as the opposite of cultural homogeneity. Religion is seen as a symbol of how people are culturally different from one another, rather than the same. The second impact of globalisation on religion, according to Berger, is universalism. While small fundamentalist groups might emphasise their difference from other people, the major religions have increasingly focused on what unites them. Religious leaders have often come together to speak on global concerns and how their values towards threats to global stability are the same. There are examples of interfaith dialogues through global communication that have also helped to diffuse conflict between religions. The third impact of globalisation on religion has been marginalisation. Religion is increasingly marginalised in contemporary society, playing less part in public life, although this may well be a rather Eurocentric view and may be caused by other social changes rather than globalisation. For example, in the USA, religion still plays a major part in the election of presidents, with traditional Christian views being promoted by many candidates. David Lyon approaches religion from a postmodern view and has suggested that globalisation has led to increased links between religion and consumerism. Globalisation has given individuals more choice as consumers, with the growth of multinational corporations, and religion is no different. There has been an increase in new forms of religion with the advent of the internet and improvements in media and communications. This not only serves those that have migrated as a result of globalisation, but it also introduces religions that were once concentrated into a geographical area to the global religious market. This helps to spread the growth of religions, and particularly new religious and New Age movements. Helen supports the view of Lyon that improved global communication has led to an increase in religious beliefs, particularly through the internet. Making a distinction between traditional and new religions, Helen argues that the internet has created both online religion, newer movements that are based and confined to cyberspace, and religion online, the use of new technologies to improve engagement with more traditional religious ideas. A further impact of globalisation on religion is linked to the increased migration of the global era. While some religions were often linked to national identities, for example Hinduism in India, the increased migration in the era of globalisation has led to the spread of people and the religions that they practice. While some nations may still be dominated by a certain religion, for example Ireland and Catholicism and Islam in Middle Eastern nations, the greater diversity of religious beliefs has removed the idea that the identity of a nation is tied to its religious beliefs. For example, in the UK, mass migration has seen greater diversity of religious beliefs and a movement away from traditional Christian ideas. Furthermore, the spread of religious ideas through communications networks has increased the membership of religions that were once based upon a specific geographical area. This removes national identity from religions, with religions such as Islam being seen as more global in the 21st century. Giddens also looks at the role of fundamentalism, but he presents another way in which globalisation has led to changes. He argues that globalisation has caused significant levels of insecurity for people, and that the growth of fundamentalist religion offers very simple answers. In a world of confusion and uncertainty, faiths with very clear rules and absolute truths have proved very attractive. And this can be evidenced by examining the growth of both Christian fundamentalism in the USA post 9/11 and Islamic fundamentalism in the late 20th and early 21st century. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on globalisation and religion. Thanks for watching.